This is our routine after every winter. First, we get the tarps off. There are 3 tarps, and I'll start with the rear one. That one's a pain because it goes around the backstay, which is a split backstay, meaning 2 wires. So I have to cut the tarp and then tape it back together. The middle one is a little easier. It goes over the boom, and the boom is supported by this crutch, which I lower over the side so I don't scratch or break anything. The front one was easy. It was shredded, so getting it off was no problem. And then the framework that supports that one. And finally, I unwrap the furler. We always go for a bike ride after boat work, and you never know what you'll see on the bike path. Today's project is this. We have 2 issues. One is this handle is just about seized and it's not pumping properly anymore. And while I'm working on this, I'm going to try to get this kink out. It still worked, but I don't like it, and we're going to try and improve that. What I'm going to try to do is to drill the hole for the white pipe over here, and that way I can move it over a couple of inches, and that should help get the kink out of this. And we should be able to do it because we have plenty of room on the other side. The rebuild kit to change all the O-rings and gaskets is almost the price of the whole handle assembly. So that's what I'm going to do. 4 screws, change it. There's no material for a pilot hole. So in order to use this drill bit, I'm going to have to clamp this piece of wood there and hold it steady like that. All right, I've made the template and we're going to try drilling now. I'm going to use 2 hands to make sure it's steady.
Start.
Well, it wasn't enough to improve the angle. I have to think of something else now. Success. Well, after some thought, I found my secret weapon, my heat gun. So I just applied some heat right here and was able to persuade it to bend enough and make a good connection. Polishing the boat is not one of our favorite things to do, but we didn't do it last year, so it had to get done this year. Polishing is definitely easier and faster with 2 people. Greta would apply the paste, then we let it dry to a haze, and then I buff it out. Let's see if we can pick up the progress closer. Yeah, you can definitely see it. Here I am tending to our steel keel. There's always a few rust spots to scrape and touch up. Now we get to the fun part, putting up the sails, which means we're getting close to splashing. The technique is pull the sail and feed the bolt rope into the foiler track. Pull and feed. Then I run the sheets back to the port and starboard winches. The mainsail is a little bit easier. Haul the sail up the mast and then slide the foot into the boom. Then drop it and fold it for storage. The Dodger is held in place with zippers, snaps, and ropes. The Bimini is zippers and snaps and is a bit tricky because it has shrunk with age. It's always nice to see the first goslings of the year. A few weeks earlier, I spotted somebody really defending their territory. I'm pretty sure that's the family of goslings we just saw. We thought we picked a nice day to put the boat in the water, but on the way there we had snow and sleet. We also wanted nice weather to sail from Quebec down to New York, and this model looked pretty good. However, this model was showing some pretty big winds on the Monday when we splashed, so we opted to sail the boat down on the Tuesday, which had much better conditions. This other model also confirmed bad weather on Monday. You could see that we're over 20 knots in the afternoon, and that's too much for us. Here is the Tuesday forecast. Much better. When we got to the marina, it wasn't raining and they were ready to go. They grabbed the boat, cradle and all. They deliver it to the marine lift where they put straps underneath it and then lift it off the cradle. After they drop it in the water, they back it up so I can get on board.